Good morning, class, and Happy New Year to you all. I trust this is going to be a defining year in your careers as a lot of information gets internalized and put to the test. I trust you're all very well and well rested after the break. I know I'm not. I had such a good break and enjoyed myself so much. I've come down with a flu, which you can probably hear in my voice. And on top of that, I upgraded to Windows 10 on 6 or 7 PCs in the various businesses and the coursework that I do with you. And that hasn't been a plain sailing project. Now, looking forward, you need to tell your loved ones that you're going to be very busy and that the break is over, and for the next 3 months there's a lot of work to do. And Zach, baking has nothing to do with babies, but I'm hoping that you will indeed help me find the correct interpretation to those remarks at the end of last year. So where are we headed? The project part, topic 3, is where you create a model for yourself that reflects your internalization of what you've learned. And I remember I've said this to you often before. As you've gone through topic 1 and 2, you've got to think about it and internalize it in a way that works for you and the environment within which you operate. So this is your chance to document that internalization and to create a template that should last you at least 5 years into the future with your career. Last time, we allowed the students to choose their own artifact templates. We're not going to do that this time. We've selected them for you. We've selected a standard for you. So everybody will operate off the same sheet. And there's good thinking and good reason for that. As it happens, 80% of the class did use the standard template, but we did allow some to deviate, and that caused some problems, so we're not going to do that this time. Now, as we go forward each week, will be more or less in sync with topic 1 in terms of how we build these artifacts, and you will add a section each week, primarily to the project plan. And it's very important that as you add a section, you keep the rest of your document in sync. So for example, in the beginning you'll set project objectives, product objectives, all of those sorts of things. Later on, you will create a work breakdown structure, product breakdown structure. The process of doing that might impact on the objectives that you set 2 or 3 weeks back. So you need to then go back and update those sections. So the key is to keep your document completely in sync. All the various sections should tie up with each other. We will assess your work as we go along, and please note that I use the word assess, not mark. And the important aspects that you must focus on during the creation of the business case, the project chart and the project plan are the objectives. Remember what we taught you about objectives, SMART objectives, the work breakdown structure, which should be to a good level of detail, which enables you to cross-reference your work breakdown structure to the product breakdown structure and, of course, the schedule. And costing assumptions are important. They must be realistic, they must be accurate, the numbers must tie up. Keep your document looking neat. And, you know, having just come through the marking of Presentation 1 exam, and let me tell you a little bit about that, it was fairly daunting, and even the confident students looked worried when they came to the exam, and rightly so. There's a lot of work to go through and prepare and memorize before this exam. And certainly the students that did well in the projects seem to have done well in the final exam. And I guess that's because it's your opportunity to synthesize and bring together all the stuff that you've been through. Another interesting aspect that I noticed was that the students that wrote well presented their answers in the exam neatly, clearly, logically, did well. It wasn't necessarily the long answers that scored high marks. It was the ones where we could see evidence of clear thinking, a logical mind, and the ability to express these thoughts. So bear that in mind in terms of your projects as well. Keep your documents looking neat. Do your weekly editions in a different font or a different color so that it makes it easy for us to mark. That's really important. And then when you get to the next week, change the color back to the original and do the new edition in your chosen color so that we can easily mark it and make it an easy color on the eye, please. Use your acquired writing skills. You've learnt a lot in the process of developing the wikis, and use the writing skills that you've learned from each other and from the guidance of the tutors to create a project plan, project charter and business case that is readable and accurate. Keep in mind the end game. At the end of topic 3, you're going to hand in your entire set of artifacts, and that's what we're going to then give your final assessment on. So you don't want to get to 2 weeks before the end of topic 3 and have a mad scramble to make your document look neat. Use the small groups, the small group forums as your study group to assist each other, to share ideas and information. That is very useful to you. And talking about the other aspects of the course, we're not going to have group tutorials during topic 3. We will again in topic 4. But for now, we're going to use 1 or 2 of those time slots for you to write timed tutorial tests. And this is to assist you in preparation for the exams. So the questions posed to you during these timed tutorial sessions will be similar to what might come up in the exam. Remember, the subject matter is very broad, so don't necessarily think that by spotting the questions that come up in the time tutorial, that's going to be what you're going to get in the exam. It's really just to show you the type of question that you'll get in the exam. Now, the difference between the exam and the time tutorials is that obviously you have access to the material during the time tutorials, the VLE, your own notes, the wikis, etc. Of course, during the exams, you won't have that luxury. But it is an opportunity for you to practice your exam technique, all of those sorts of things. So good luck, and keep in touch. Keep in touch with each other via the small group forums, the main forums, and of course emails to Simon as well. And these roundups that I do will probably become more important during this topic as I give you general guidance in terms of what's going well, what's not going well with your project development. So look forward to lots of interaction on this, and it's really, the ball is in your court during this topic 3, and the learning really depends a lot on your own application. So bye-bye for now.